Hey guys, it's Amarantha here. Just gonna go over and take a look at the Destro lock today. Just want to go through the talents, kind of like I did with the demo lock. Give my thoughts and opinions on on how the new talents are situated, and look at some just overall gameplay and get a good feel for the Destro lock today. Um, with the tier 15 talents, we're looking at you have to choose between either Backdraft, Roaring Blaze, or Shadow Burn. Shadow Burn is a great one for just the maneuverability of it. It kind of acts like the Shadow Burn is a great talent. Just to give you the ability to kind of give you something to do while on the move. So it does about equal damage as your Chaos Bolt does. Still with only one Soul Shard, not having to be under 20% like it was as like a finisher off move is pretty nice. Being able to just cast it when you need to to move to a certain area. Roaring Blaze seems to be an okay talent. It just it helps with your, which is nice. Increases the damage of your dot. That's pretty good. Backdraft is the old backdraft. It just your conflagrate reduces the cast time of your incinerate and chaos bolt. This one might actually end up being the go-to talent, just because it allows you to not have to worry about getting some haste with um, so it's not too terrible bad. I think either between Backdraft and Shadowburn would be the ones I would go to. Um, Tier 30, the 30 talents are going to be good. Uh, your Chaos Bolt and Rain of Fires is that's a nice little passive to have the reduced cast time of them. Of course, the faster you cast, the more damage you can do. It's pretty easy. And having the mana restore is a good thing, because as I'm noticing playing a little bit of Destro, your mana consumption is actually pretty high. It's on par with the other two specs right now. So you're having to life tap a little bit more than what you're going to be used to with not having to do it all last expansion. Cataclysm is still Cataclysm. It just does large, massive AOE, and does Shadow Flame to all damages, or sorry, emulate to all targets within a 8-yard radius that's affected by it. And mana tap is a good one. You just consume some of your mana to increase your damage for 20 seconds right now. I'm playing around with that to see how good it is. Cataclysm is going to be good for AOE fights. So between that and Rain of Fire, you're just going to have a couple of really decent AOEs that you just kind of lay down when you need to. I will probably later today kind of mess around with the reverse entropy just to see how it does. 45 talents is just your choice. I used to like Shadow Fury when it wasn't a castable thing. Being on a cast time now kind of sucks. Mortal Coil is still just Mortal Coil. It's not. It's the instant cast, and then Demon Skin, of course, is like all the others. I'll probably just stick with Demon Skin just for the passive buff. Eradication is pretty nice. Your Chaos Bolt just is a good. Increases the damage you deal to a target by 12% for 6 seconds. So it's just a little extra little buff you can do when you're pumping out Chaos Bolts as fast as possible anyway. So that's the main focus of it. So that's a good one. Fire and Brimstone it's just a passive. Your Incinerate now hits all enemy targets near, so which is not bad if you're having a multiple target fight. Kind of like a trash mob style fight. The assault on Hellfire, or sorry, assault on Hellfire was a good one for that one. The Soul Harvest is still just Soul Harvest. It increases your damage done by 20%. It just gives you an extra little cooldown. I think I'm for single target, I'm gonna keep Eradication. I think that's gonna be, you're gonna see a lot more base damage increase on that one. Soul Harvest would be good. We'll test out that one too, probably a little bit later on, maybe when we get into a rating scenario, just to see which one does a little bit better. But I'm predicting Eradication is going to do a little bit better. Fire and Brimstone, it'll go towards the AOE spec along with Cataclysm and probably your Roaring Blaze. just to, because I mean you're gonna have a lot of emulate zone and everything with Cataclysm, so that's gonna be a good one. Survivability, the Demonic Circle still, like I said last time, not sure why they made that a talent, but it is what it is. Burning Rush and Dark Pack, we're gonna go with Dark Pack just for instant survivability. There's not gonna be a lot that you're gonna need Burning Rush to pop it and get out as of right this second. We'll see how that goes with raids. For your pet wise, AOE, when you're coming into the AOE spec, we'll go with Sacrifice. I think having the ability to deal shadow damage to all targets to targets within 8 yards of your current target is fantastic. Just kind of gives you a little bit more of a cleave mechanic. The service is still is a decent one, but I don't think that's going to be the main one you run. I think for just single target overall, and probably most fights, 1 to 2 targets, you're going to just run Supremacy. Weak Havoc is a good, just kind of makes it where you don't have to worry about your cooldown of your Havoc anymore. But I don't think that's going to be the best one. This Channel Doomfire, I haven't had much opportunity to play with. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. Matter of fact, I think while we're just so far this is the one I've been messing with for Destro, and it seems to be doing pretty good. It's not like Demo, you seem to, because you're trying to pump out as much chaos, but and since you don't have a lot of, see with Demo you have a lot of soul shard users, so but since you only have a couple as Destro that use that are your soul shard users, the 20% refund is nice, because there's this possibility you might get an extra shadow burn while you're moving around. You might be able to pump out where your chaos bolt only costs 1. So if you're sitting on 3 and you chaos bolt, you might be able to get another extra chaos bolt in there. So it so far, just as a passive ability, it's just a solid one for right this second. As you go into a little bit, there's really not much as far as the top 4 that's changed. The ones that we see is Incineration. Just refreshes the duration of your amulet. Not too bad. I mean, helps keep you up your dot. This Fell Fissure, and we'll have to see how that works. It's a nice little healing reduction, so that's pretty good. I think that's something that Destro was kind of lacking, is having to where you're doing damage to a target, you want to lessen the heals that they can take. One would be good. I mean, if maybe in like a burst potential type thing, crematation, where you're extra 9% damage to the target's health, of the target's total health. So if that actually might end up being one of the better talents. Talking about doing the total, like at 1.25 million for Destro for right now, 9% of that is right around 90k. So that's pretty decent. Burning Legion, your Summon Inferno is now reduced by 2 minutes, but the duration is reduced by 10 seconds. Good stun. I mean, you have the ability to just kind of stun a little bit faster. Firestone restores 2 shards. That's nice for that's probably the one I would go with, just for the increased chance of you're guaranteed going to have a huge Chaos Bolt and Soul Burn with that. It'll go really well with maybe change the Bane of Havoc over here with the Weak Havoc. That'd be phenomenal. Because I understand why they didn't make that a talent over in PvE, but that'd be a pretty decent talent. I like that talent a lot, actually. Let's go ahead and take a look at the artifact talents. As you can tell, I haven't really been working on the artifact weapon that much with this one. I don't really plan on maining a Destro lock. I plan on maining Demo, but as of right now, Destro is still a viable spec, so there might be fights where Destro is better, and I will certainly play it. And with it getting a little bit later, it's getting easier to get higher artifact power, so we'll probably start sinking some into this one. But as of right now, as you can tell, this Incinerate, I like that, having that charge, that rift is fantastic. That the rift portal as a nice little just kind of interweaving spell. Again, it works well with like your soul burn. You can just give it. It's something you can do on the move, which is fantastic. Mobility as a Destro lock was a little bit hard for most things, especially since they made it where you can't cast on the move with your incinerates anymore. So that I like the mop version where you could do that, but not being able to, I can understand why. I think they need to take that away from everybody, just to maybe like burst moments. But so hunters out there, if you're listening to this, you should not be able to cast the move too. But the chance to guarantee your conflagrate crit strikes and also increases the damage of your critical strike chance. So that's just probably going to be the better of the three to go with first. This one probably end up being the second one, so it's going to be a long route. Once every 10 minutes, your infernal meter strike summons 3. That's not bad. And maybe like an AoE scenario, but just for overall damage, I think you're gonna need to go with this conflagration of chaos and dimension ripper. So those are the two I would go for. So yeah, increased damage. In here we're gonna do some we're gonna do a world quest real quick. We'll just get some gameplay into this idea. Let's see if I can get unstuck from here. Falling down, just can't drive today. Just Amaranth is not driving, like she's drunk or something. Look at this. So just give me 1 second. We'll get to an area and we'll start beating the crap out of some demons here. So, but as you can tell, the gameplay is pretty similar as it was in Mop and in Mist Pandaria and Warlord's Drainer. That they're really in a decent scenario. So we'll just, as you can tell, so we can throw down a rain of fire because there's multiple ones here. Pet's not on apparently. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And see, as you can tell, it's just a pretty simple rotation. You just get your immolate up, incinerate until you got enough, and then when they get to I'll probably still end up having to get used to being able to do that a little bit faster, so that way you can get your soul burn and get your soul shards back. But as you can tell, it's pretty much just the same. I don't have a target. The spells haven't changed much. You get a couple extra little cooldowns as far as like your dimensional rift and this mana tap, so that's pretty nice. But as you can tell, look, just those little bit of mobs have taken, those little bit of spells have taken down. These demons are even more persistent than the wretched Naga. Have taken down quite a bit. We must drive them back. My Night Watchers will aid you. Have taken down the mana pretty fast, so you are going to be life tapping a little bit more, but that's not a huge deal. So we'll just go ahead and throw it there. Witness the power of an archmage. I do still like Havoc. I think Havoc's a really good spell to have. And your demon guy, he's pretty nice as far as that goes. We'll just get back up mana tap and go. Throw up the dimensional rift again. Let's pop that down. So I'm not really wearing all crit gear. As you want to be going with it, crit haste is going to be pretty much everything you want to do. Crit, just crit and haste, and get your probably crit over haste, then versatility, just because it's an easy, just a flat damage increase. So as you can tell, guys, that's pretty much the gameplay. Really, it doesn't change much more than that. It's just sitting there, just basic, just big numbers. If you want to see big numbers, just play Destro. It's in a good spot. I'll throw up a PvP video of this so you can see some of the video PvP gameplay later on. Look for that in the next couple videos coming out. But again, if you do enjoy my videos, please comment, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Y'all have yourself a wonderful day.